Hi, everybody. Welcome to Trivia with the Librarian. Gonna give everybody a couple minutes to get on. I'm gonna go ahead on my phone and check into the event. If you don't recognize me, I am Brittany. I am usually a circ worker at the Saline County Library, so you might recognize me from there. Thank you, Jessica, for being on tonight with me. We've got some Halloween questions tonight, specifically about movies. I'm excited about the spooky season coming up. I hope everybody else is feeling the same, getting their decorations ready. Pumpkins and jack-o'-lanterns and webbing and all that good stuff. I personally am pretty terrified of spiders, but they make really good Halloween decorations. Thank you, Carrie. Oh, I do have something to show you all while we are waiting for more people to gather. This is P Doodle. She's a Pomeranian Dachshund mix, and she's super sweet. She's very sassy. But she's just she's chilling in the background. She has her she's sitting in her very own chair over there. She's 3. She goes on hikes with us. She is a mountain climbing doodle. All right, so we have some Halloween movie questions tonight. I would say my favorite Halloween movie to watch would be. It's not so much a movie as it is a cartoon TV show, but Mickey Mouse House of Villains was my favorite as a kid. Me and my brother enjoy watching it. And if I had to pick an official movie, it would probably be Nightmare Before Christmas. You kind of get a 2-in-1 there. If anybody has their favorite Halloween movie, you can post in the comments for everybody to share. And you guys can let me know if you have any like if you like more spooky ones, or if you like scary, like horror, or just kind of more campy, silly, more in the season funny ones. I personally am a funny Halloween movie person than I am a scary one. Not a very scary movie person. I've seen a couple, but they're not really my thing. I know Mr. Brett at the Bryant Library. He is a huge fan of scary movies. So if you ever need a scary movie buddy, I'm sure that Mr. Brett would be happy to join you in that. He loves like Stephen King and stuff. But Hocus Pocus, I feel like, is a more friendly, still kind of spooky in the spirit, but not so bloody. All right. It looks like we have a little gathering here, which is absolutely wonderful. Thank you all for coming tonight. If you can think of a fellow Halloween enthusiast, please go ahead and click that share button, get them in on it. Or even if you want to give it a watch later with your group of friends, see who knows the most trivia. Oh, yeah, I would love Will Ferrell to do a Halloween. I already love his Elf movie. I think that would be great. Yeah, Miss Jessica and Miss Carrier in our comments tonight, so give them a shout out. They are absolutely wonderful. Do really great work at the library. All right, so let's get this started. So we're gonna start off with, let me get to my questions. We're gonna start off with the original Ghostbusters. So where do the Ghostbusters see a ghost for the first time? It's gonna be a pretty fun answer. Pretty on theme, pretty on brand. Oh. Yes, that is correct. The New York Library. The New York Public Library is where they first find their ghost. Very, very, very nice. Keeley Finch. Keeley. Yes, Rebecca. And Carrie. Y'all know your Ghostbusters. All right, and I believe we're ready to move on to question number 2. All right, yep. In Practical Magic, who says curses only have power when you believe in them, and I don't? So that was a quote from someone in Practical Magic, the movie. And who said that? Curses only have power when you believe in them, and I don't. Nope, but that's close. A hint, it was a guy. All right, I'm going to give a little bit longer. I actually have not seen this movie, so I'm not sure if that was her boob, but I'll go ahead and give the answer. It was Gary Hallett. All right, and the next question is going to be from a show that I am pretty familiar with, is Rocky Horror Picture Show. Talk about Halloween, very odd. What color are Dr. Frankenfurter's gloves that he wears in the lab? I'll definitely have to check that out, Carrie. Yeah, I've never seen it, but it looks really good, the Practical Magic movie. So in Rocky Horror Picture Show, what color are Frankenfurter's gloves when he's in the lab? Hint, they are not the classic yellow dishwashing gloves. His gloves, I'm going to give the answer soon. They are pink. Yes. You got it. That's awesome. Seeing another Rocky Horror fan in the crowd. All right. Next question. This is from Nightmare on Elm Street. Who played Freddy Krueger? There we go. I'll get the hang of this. This movie is another one that's kind of that classic slasher film. Yes. We have one correct answer in the chat. Gonna give some other people a chance to dive in there. All right, you got the answer. Keely, you're on fire tonight. You know your Halloween movies. You came to the right place. All right, and then our next question. This is from The Haunted House with Eddie Murphy. This was one of my favorites as a kid. I thought this was a really fun classic Halloween movie with all the tropes in it. How many singing busts were there? Close, but a little bit higher. It's not 3. It's going to be a little bit higher than that. And a little bit higher. All right. You guys are so close. So close. All right. So the answer for that one is going to be 5. Yes, there were 5. There were 5 singing busts. Probably my favorite part of them was when they were singing By the Light of the Silvery Moon. That's always a really fun little ditty that they sang in that movie. All right. Question number 6. This is from Silence of the Lambs. So, what is the name of the orderly that works at the asylum where Hannibal Lector lives? I always found this particular movie so very interesting and so horrifying in that more realistic kind of way. Because slasher movies, you can kind of be like, oh, that's just not very real. But this movie was a little bit more like, ooh, like this was a real guy and stuff. like a dramatic reenactment of some stuff a real person's done. And also a kind of to catch a criminal, because Hannibal's helping them find the other guy in the movie who's doing crimes. All right. Gonna go ahead and give the answer to this one. So I'm not really seeing anybody talking in the chat. William is not it. The answer to this one is going to be Barney. Barney was the orderly that worked at the asylum. All right. And this next question is from a more of a comedy Halloween movie. It's going to be Young Frankenstein. And the question is, who directed Young Frankenstein? This one's once again one of those, has all those tropes and stuff, but is very friendly to family or to anyone who doesn't like the horror aspect of Halloween movies. So this is a good family watch. Oh, Gene Wilder did act in it. And yes, Mel Brooks. But that's a really a good one too, Carrie. Yes, because Gene Wilder was the main actor in that one. All right, and then we're going to move on to one of my personal favorites, The Nightmare Before Christmas. And the question is, what are the names of Oogie's henchmen? Yeah, this one's one of those movies that you get to watch 2 times a year, at Halloween and at Christmas. Yes. Yes, Carrie, that is correct. That is right, Kinsley. Lock, Shock, and Barrel. And I think Carrie's description was also on point with that. The trick-or-treaters. All right, and then next is, I believe, a classic that everybody knows and loves, and that's going to be Hocus Pocus. And what witch sang "Come Little Children"? Yeah, Kinsley, you have really come to the right place. You knew your Halloween stuff. You're doing an awesome job. Yes, that is right. Let's see if anybody else knows the answer. Yes, both of you got it. It is Sarah, the blonde one. I really like her though, because I feel like she is the ditziest and silliest of them. I just love that. Oh, I did not know that. That is such a fun fact. A costume for Sarah was used in the Halloweentown movie. That is so neat. All right. And the next one, let's see, is going to be from the movie Halloween. Who did Laurie have a poster of on her wall? This is kind of a sticking with the masked figure theme of the movie. All right. Who did Laurie have a poster of on her wall? All right. This one is James Inzer. He also was masked in the poster, kind of foreshadowing the villain later in the story. All right. And next is going to be the Addams Family. And the question is, what language drives Gomez wild when Morticia speaks it? I always found them so fun as a couple to watch in the movie. What language drives Gomez wild when Morticia speaks it? Yes, Carrie. You got it right. It is French. Yes. I believe that is you, Jessica, that you are on the Sling County Library. All right. And next movie is going to be Scream. What is Casey Becker making in the kitchen while talking to the killer? What is Casey Becker making in the kitchen while talking to the killer? This is a good movie food. Something you think of when to eat when you watch movies. This is a good list of movies, Jessica. If you want a list for the Halloween season. All right, I'll give one more hint on what it could be. It's something that you tend to associate with eating when you're watching a movie, and it's something you can put in the microwave to heat up. All right. Yes, Carrie. That's it. It is popcorn. Oh, yeah. That's a good point. I have actually not seen that movie either, as as I kind of foreshadowed with the whole I don't watch scary movies, but I have seen that one scary scene of her talking on the phone to the killer, and it does scare me. Yep, they do a good job with the scariness of that movie. All right. The next movie on our list is The Shining. Who is the first person that tells Jack about Danny's ability? For all you Stephen King fans out there, this one's for you. I did not realize until I was told by a friend like a year ago that The Shining is like Stephen King's way of saying like psychic abilities. So that's what that is that he's psychic. So he has the shining. He's shining. Yes, Mr. Brett does know all of this stuff. He's really good at it, at Stephen King. So the answer for this one is Grady. Grady is the first person that tells Jack about Danny's abilities. And then next is going to be another spooky one, The Exorcist. And the question for this one is, what does Regan spit up onto the priest? Oh, yes. Carrie, I can agree with that. I can agree with the nightmares. I'm one of those people who I don't even watch scary movie trailers. Like, those scare me too much. Yes, Carrie, that is true. But if there was a food that you had to describe that with, what kind of food would you describe it with? So the answer to what does Regan spit up onto the priest, Carrie is not wrong, but the more specific answer would be pea soup. Yes, you got that one. That's what it is. I like that answer. I just find it very, very funny. All right, and then next one. All right, this one is from Trick or Treat, one of the scary movies that I have actually seen. Laurie and her friends are no mere mortals. What type of creatures are they? Hint, this is a classic Halloween monster. This movie also scared me as a child. It was one of those like Halloween sleepover deals, and I had some friends who enjoyed scary movies. I was like, I got this, I can tough it out. Yes, we have a right answer in the chat. It's werewolves. Carrie, have you seen that one? Or was that just a good guess? Oh, Janine, yay! You got it as well. Hello. Yeah, that's fair. Vampires are a little obvious. That'd be more of like a Lost Boys thing, if you know that movie. All right, next one is going to be from Casper, the Friendly Ghost. This was the live action movie with the CGI ghosts. What song is Dr. Harvey singing while out with the ghost trio? And Dr. Harvey is the young girl's dad. Thank you, Jessica. Hello. Yeah, Dr. Harvey is the young girl's dad who is hanging out with the ghost trio a little unsuspectingly. The ghost trio are causing all kinds of wacky hijinks. Hint, it is an older song, and it is by Elvis. You guys got this one. You can get it. I know you can. That is not it. It's a really, really popular one. I'm trying to think of another good hint. It's gonna be. It's really upbeat. Yes, Carrie, you're right. You're on the trail. It's Jailhouse Rock. All right. Next one is from the animated film Monster House. This was one I felt like really rode the line between scary and silly. What does DJ's best friend lose in Nebbercracker's yard? Yes, Sarah, you got the other one correct. Good job. I just now noticed your comment, so I'm putting you up there. Ooh, Carrie, you got that one quick. Sarah, great job. Yes, it was a basketball. Yeah, once it goes in Nebbercracker's yard, it never comes out. Very spooky. That's awesome, Carrie. Do your boys love it? All right, next one comes from another kid's favorite, Hotel Transylvania. Who is Count Dracula's daughter? We're looking for a name. That's so great that your kids like that movie. I know some kids who really like scary stuff a lot. Like my youngest brother-in-law is like that. Yes, Carrie, that's it. Gonna give some other people a chance real quick. Very close, Jessica. Y'all are getting the M's. Yep, it's gonna be Mavis. I'd never heard that name before this movie, but I think it's a nice name. Very close. You guys all got the M in there. So you're all very close. But Carrie got it. Is that another movie that your boys love, Carrie? Hey, you got this, Carrie. This was your niche. All right. This one is from, I believe, Poltergeist. All right. And the question is, who dies in this movie? Oh, I love it. I love that you have all three. You got the trilogy of the Hotel Transylvania. So this one's kind of a tricky one, but who dies in the Poltergeist movie? Who dies in the Poltergeist movie? Hint, you don't have to know anybody's name for this one. I am actually not sure of what movie you're thinking of. I know this one's the one where the little girl's like, they're here. It's got like the possessed clown doll and stuff. And I think at one point a possessed tree. So, like I said, this one's kind of tricky. So the answer for this one is nobody. No one actually dies in this film. They all make it out alive, just barely. They all get real beat up, but nobody dies. So I guess that kind of counts as a happy ending. Yeah. All right, and then this one is Night of the Living Dead. I believe the Royal Theater did this a while back. This one is what is Steven's nickname? Yes, Jessica, that last one was a bit of a trick question to see if you had seen the movie before. But that's okay, because that was a hard one. What in the Night of the Living Dead, what is Steven's nickname? It's not Bob, but it does have a B in it. It's something that buzzes around and a noise with dirt on it. That's how I've heard that described. Not sure if that was a hint or just another riddle. All right, since this one's kind of hard, I'm going to go ahead and give it to you guys. His nickname is Flyboy. Beetle, I like that answer. All right, and then next is Psycho. Where does Leah work? Lila. Where does Lila work? I can tell we're not all we don't have very many scary movie fans among us. We have more comedy holiday movie fans among us. Which is okay. There's nothing wrong with just wanting to watch a more relaxed Halloween movie during your Halloween season. Lila works, I'm going to go ahead and give this answer as well. She works at a music store. All right. And here is our last really scary one for the night. It is from Paranormal Activity. What are the names of the young couple in the film? This one might be, this one's not a trick question, but it might just be a little difficult if you haven't seen the movie before. That's a really good guess, Carrie. That's a good couple name. It was a good guess though. I totally believe they're a couple. So the answer for this one is going to be Katie and Micah. They're a young couple that moves into a haunted house. And there's a spirit that drags them around and stuff. And there's lots of these movies. There's like 3 or 4 of Paranormal Activity movies. All right. Back to some whimsical films. It's going to be Beetlejuice. Don't say it 3 times. In the opening, what insect do we see? Now that I read this question aloud, I realize that insect is the incorrect word for this. You are right, Carrie. The spirit did follow her from her childhood. Those movies they had a pretty thick plot. Some with the grandmother and the parents. There was a lot going on in that family. Yeah, so hint with this question, it is actually not an insect. But it is, a lot of people think it's an insect. It's also very Halloween related, something you think of, a creepy crawly you think of during Halloween. No, but that's a good guess. Carrie said cockroach, and that is a good guess. Beetle would be very on brand, would be very thematic, but that is also not right. Yes, Jessica, that's it. It's a spider. Setting the creepy crawly mood for the beginning of Beetlejuice. All right, and then this is also one of my favorite movies, Coraline. Not just for Halloween, but for any time of the year. I enjoy this one. What does her other mother have instead of eyes? This book was really good as well. If you've seen the movie and never read the book or vice versa, they are very good together, good companions. I highly recommend both of them. Yes, Carrie, that is right. Button eyes. Yes, very creepy. Yeah, that's one of my favorite movies. It gives me the heebie-jeebies every time, but like in a way that I can handle. I can handle those heebie-jeebies. All right, and then very last one, Halloweentown. How old is Mari in the first Halloween movie? Marnie. How old is Marnie in the first Halloween movie? Ooh, I'll have to check that out, Jessica. That sounds neat. Yes, Carrie, you got it. It is 13. She was 13 in the first movie. All right. And that's it for trivia tonight. Thank you so much to Miss Jessica and Miss Carrie for helping us out in the comments tonight. Let's see, and definitely, if you loved this list of Halloween movies, check out some Halloween favorites from the library. We are now open for browsing. You can go onto our website, or you can go you can go on our website, or you can give us a call to set up an appointment for browsing. We have browsing appointments every day, and you can come in for 45 minutes and check out our shelves and bring home some books or movies or anything else that we have at the library. We do have our new library of things for you to browse. We would be very happy to have you come in and look at that. We also have movies on our database called Hoopla. It has movies and ebooks and all kinds of things in there for you to check out. And I will go ahead and post instructions for that in the description of this video so that you can go to that. You'll go to our website, resources, and to our download and streaming site. Click Hoopla, and it's as simple as typing in your email address you prefer and password you prefer, and then your library card, and bam, you're in. And you have access to those. And the Halloween movies on there, some kids' Halloween movies are there. And yes, Miss Jessica, we do, as Miss Jessica just said in the comments, we also have Halloween costumes coming up. So you can come pick up a Halloween costume for this season, and it is completely free. You just borrow it, clean it, and then bring it back. And that's it. Then we also, let me see. I'm also going to post instructions on how to get into our library calendar so that you can see more events like this and join in with us in our holiday festivities for the fall and for the October Halloween season. We do have some events coming up. We're going to have stamping and scrapbooking. That's going to be tomorrow from 10:30 to 11:30. And we're going to have a cooking with a librarian that is going to be with Miss Jessica tomorrow. She's going to show us how to make chicken shawarma, which sounds awesome, and is I recognize from the Avengers movie. So that would be a fun connection to have. And then Miss Becky has a DIY/upcycle series she's doing right now. That's going to be from 2 p.m. to 2:30 p.m. Now, those times I listed are just the times they're going to be published. But if you're not able to see them at those times, then they will still be posted on our social media page for you to check out and enjoy. So I'm going to post these instructions in the comments so that you can look them up later. And if you ever have any questions about what your library card number is, or about how to get to the calendar, how to get to Hoopla, or any of our resources, please feel free to give the library a call. We will always be happy to take your call and guide you through any of those things so that you can access the library's resources. Well, it's so great having everybody tonight. You all have a wonderful night. Bye.